We are really grateful that Mr. Punsiba is here in our studio to talk on how he became a very successful UPSC candidate. He has cracked the UPSC examination, which is the toughest exam in India. So Punsiba, let us get to know more about you.
My name is Wairakpam Punsiba Singh. I am from Thaunawjam, which is in Nambol, near Nambol. Throughout my journey, I've started schooling in near my village in Iromejrao. That school is called Jobel Velona School. After that, I studied in Catholic School Kanchipur till my 7th standard. And after that, I went to Delhi in 2010. I completed my 10th and 12th in Dejidel School, that is in South Delhi. After that, I further continue my study in Sri Venkateswara College in BSc Mathematics. After that, I started preparing for civil service.
Okay, tell us about your mom and dad.
My mother is Wairakpam Premila Devi and my father is Wairakpam Ivoyama Singh.
Okay.
My father is in CAPF, that is SSB, and my mother is a homemaker.
How was your approach towards this exam before, and how do you dedicate your successful journey to your parents?
My parents played huge role, I would say huge role, because when a child is born, he or she doesn't know anything. So when a child is born, he or she needs to learn many different things throughout childhood. So my parents, that is my mother and father, they provided me, and even my guardian also, like elder brother of my father and my younger uncle, that is younger brother of my father. So he provided me in my adolescent phase.
Okay.
He provided many help in my adolescent phase, especially in Delhi.
Okay.
So I would say a parents or guardian play huge role in the development of a child and further achievement of his or her success.
Okay. And how do you feel like? What was your expectation?
Yes. I'm really grateful. I feel really grateful. Not that excited, but I'm happy, but I'm feeling more grateful because I feel I'm really lucky. Because there may be many child who wants to pursue this career. There may be many people who wants to pursue, many aspirant who wants to try this exam, but due to some financial situation, family conditions, they can't pursue their dreams. After thinking about that, I feel really grateful that I can pursue my dream, and after getting success, I would like to help many aspirants and even my society, even my state Manipur, I want to help them. So I'm feeling really grateful.
Okay. And your journey as a successful aspirant, how do you describe that? Can you tell us your journey?
Yes. Throughout my childhood, I was really a positive child. I would always try to look in a positive way. So throughout my study, I was an average student. Not that brilliant, but I thought that I'm an average student. So I would be in the top 10, maybe, not a topper. But I used to think that I have some special capabilities. Like throughout my schooling, I knew that I captured things fast. But my point is that I have some negative aspect also. Throughout my study, I realized that I can't study that much long. So my study pattern used to be like 5-6 hours. But my grasping power is strong. So I realized my negative points and positive points. I used to analyze them. So in my UPSC journey, my analysis about myself played huge role. And I think I could crack this exam in second attempt due to that reason, I would say.
The positivity was there.
Positivity was there, always.
Okay. And how do you prepare for UPSC? Can you just tell us the syllabus of this particular exam?
I've started my preparation in 2015-16 maybe, when I was in the first or second year of my graduation. So first I used to refer the website and YouTube's. YouTube video played a huge role, like Topper's Talk and all. I used to watch them, not that much. And there is website. For my UPSC syllabus, I used to download from UPSC website. And the whole syllabus of optional and all, I refer from UPSC website. I didn't refer from any YouTube videos because UPSC website is the more relevant, more to the point website. So I referred to them. After that, I referred to previous year question from 2011. So 2011, there was a change in pattern of exam. So I referred to them from 2011 onwards. Prelims and mains, there was change in the structure of exam. So I referred to the previous year exam questions from 2011. So my analysis used to be in the previous year question and all. And I used to remember the brief syllabus of the mains exam. Previous year questions played a huge role in my preparation.
Okay, and in your opinion, the NCERT books are enough for preparing UPSC exam, or do you think CBSE syllabus is better? Which one is much better, and how do you rate the subjects based on these books?
NCERT books are relevant because UPSC is a central level exam, so NCERT is a central body. So throughout this preparation, you need to refer the central body's book like NCERT. So NCERT plays a huge role, but it's not enough. You need to read some extra reference books also. Like everybody refers to Laxmikant, everybody refers some coaching institute materials. So NCERT should be the base. It should be the base. Every candidate must read it because UPSC is a central exam. So every candidate must refer NCERT first, and after that they should refer different reference book, and that should be concise. Study material should be concise. If you want to study any topic like environment, you should have one book of environment, not like 3-4 books of environment. That's not good. That's not good for your preparation. So I would say that first study NCERT. After that, just for a syllabus, pick one reference book for that syllabus, like GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4. For that, you need to pick only one reference book. After that, just match with the previous year question with that book. You will know the relevance of the book after analyzing the previous year question. So I would say NCERT played a huge role in the foundation base, and after that, for your extra knowledge, that extra boost you require for your answer writing, so reference book played a huge role. So you need to use both of them, I would say.
And if you say this book, if we prefer these books, NCERT books as a base book, and then you said for the boost, we need to refer other books. So is it possible for an aspirant to prepare this exam without coaching?
I would definitely say it is really possible to prepare the exam. Even myself, I didn't take any coaching for foundation. I used to refer for geography as optional. I did my coaching for like 4 or 5 months in 2019. So for foundation, it is the main part of foundation. Like it costs 2 lakhs rupees right now, to 1.5 to 2 lakhs it costs. So I would say that it's not required. Please refer to the previous year question and just sit with it. Just look at the question paper and observe it. First, observe yourself and observe the pattern. So reading NCERT and observing the previous year question should go both hand in hand. They should go both hand in hand. Coaching is not really required. But for optional, I would say it's good to have optional coaching if you have different optional subject other than your graduation subject. But I would say coaching is not that required. You can do both. If you have time and money, you can pursue coaching also, if your parents is ready to support you. But without coaching, you can do it. I would say definitely you can crack it.
Okay, it's not that necessary.
Necessity, no.
The class 12 exam result has come out. So popular courses for aspirants who have passed the 12th standard exam and have interest to become an IAS. So what's your advice or what's your suggestion on them to start preparing for exams after 12?
Okay. Those students who have passed their 12th exam recently, they would want to pursue like in different field like arts, like science. They have completed in different stream. So I would say that first for your graduation, first choose your subject to your likings. First choose that subject. Don't think about that you need to take this subject just for the sake of civil service preparation. Don't choose like that. Just choose a subject which is to your likings. I want to pursue in this subject. First do that. During your graduation phase, start looking for this, I would say again and again, previous year question and syllabus structure and all. So after that, you realize that which optional should I take? I would say that optional is right now, it's a pattern in UPSC. Future it may change, but I would say optional, you must look for your subject to your likings. If you pursue graduation in that subject, it's very best that you can take that subject in your optional also. But first choose your subject in BSc, even in engineering, even in AIMS, even in NEET exam. So pursue your subject, pursue your course through your likings, not that you should choose for the UPSC's sake.
Okay, and one thing which come across my mind is that there are lots of parents who wants to force their kids to pursue science because they are so particular about science. What do you want to say about that?
Even I myself faced that. When I took BSc Mathematics, I really wanted to take any art subject, but I didn't really tell them that I want to I want to pursue that subject. So even I myself faced it. I would say that it must be balanced. First, you need to talk to your parents about your liking and all. It should be balanced. You can't always neglect them also. So talk to them. Just tell them that I want to take this subject and all. You need to tell them about the pros and cons. First, trust need to be established. So your parents need to believe in you. You yourself must believe in yourself also. So if you tell something to your parents about your journey, about your future plan and all, you need to convince them. So they are ready to support you, but you need to convince them. I would say that some parents are doing that. It's a negative point, but some parents tend to take seriously. They are overprotective, yes. Maybe that tends to seem in that situation also. So they tend to guide in that direction. So first, even to parents also, I will say that talk to your children. Even in children also, I'll say that talk to your parents and just sit with them and just there must be a debate and all discussion should be there. And after that, a right path should be chosen.
True, so true. Like they must be believing in their kids
and all. Yes,
right. You mentioned about the preparation about prelims, right? So what are the subjects in prelims?
Prelims, there's a paper 1 and paper 2.
Okay.
So paper 1 is called GS paper and paper 2 is called CSAT paper.
Okay,
so
right.
CSAT is like Civil Service Aptitude Test. So short form is CSAT. So CSAT is a qualifying paper. You need to score 67 out of 200 in CSAT paper.
Okay.
And for GS1 there's cutoff. There's merit base.
Okay.
So right now the cutoff trend is like around 90s. 90s is the cutoff trend from previous 3 to 4 years. And it is category wise cutoff. So for civil service prelims, you need to prepare for GS. Because for CSAT, when myself, I didn't take it really seriously. So because we, throughout our journey, tend to see that reasoning and arithmetic, we can handle it. Those who are from science background tend to handle it more easily.
Okay.
For CSAT, there shouldn't be any special focus. I'm telling to them that please look up at the previous year question. So I'm telling that in CSAT also.
Okay.
For CSAT also, you need to sit with the previous year question and first sit 2 hours and just look at your score first before going through the exam.
Okay.
Just look at your score. If you're scoring like in the 100 range, that's enough. You don't need to prepare. But if you're scoring in the range of 70s and 80s, for that you need to prepare. You can't take the risk. For that you need to prepare because 100 plus should be the target.
Okay.
For CSAT, the preparation should be like that. For GS, there's no exact boundary of syllabus. There are different. So even in syllabus pattern also, even in UPSC guideline also, there is no boundary. They are telling that even current affairs, even history, even economics. But the question is mainly based on 5 subjects like economics, polity, history, geography, and ecology and environment, and plus current affairs.
Okay.
These 5 or 6 subjects are the base for prelims exam. GS1 paper in paper 1 as prelims. So for that, NCRT, and I practice a lot of mock tests. I used to practice before exam like 50 mock tests. I used to practice
online, or is it?
Is it available in printout form? In Delhi, it is available.
Okay.
I think in Manipur it may be available, but it is available in printout form. I used to analyze them. So for prelims, you need knowledge plus analysis also.
Okay.
So you need to have that presence of mind, that elimination tricks and all. I used to do that because it's really risky if you are solving like 50 and you are targeting 100 marks. So it's not possible. So I used to attempt like 80 plus, 90 plus I used to attempt. I used to do elimination and all. It's really necessary. Even every toppers tell that they do elimination tricks and all. So I would say that elimination tricks I used to practice from the mock test beforehand. So right through my journey, I saw that prelims is not all about knowledge. It's all about knowledge plus application, and that you need to have that presence of mind. Like in that paper, you need to think about different spec and all. You need to think positively, because without thinking positively, you can't attempt the question. You're thinking positively about yourself, that I can do this and all. So after doing that, you will realize that even my score is this and that after lots of practice. So practice is needed for prelims.